It's your boy, Amreezy, and I'm back with another Planet MFL video where we talk all things about the wonderful game that is MFL. And for the last two episodes now, you will have seen I've had guests. We've got guests on the show now. We've upgraded it. And this week we're joined by the one, the only Jimbo. Jimbo, welcome to the channel. How are you?
Thank you for inviting me, Mr. Amreezy. I'm absolutely in awe when we watch and listen to your intros. I was
Do you want
kind
to
of
do
in
one?
my
Do you
head
want to do a Jimbo? You
immediately.
can do one if you want.
I was thinking about, I was on a run earlier and I thought, I'm on with Amreezy.
Shall
Like,
I?
do I just throw it and it's your boy Jimbo? I think just because of the amount of syllables in it, just doesn't quite fit as well as like
Yeah,
Amre. And you got the Reezy, you can
yeah, you'd
stretch
have
that
to
out.
extend the gym or the bow. You'd have to add a syllable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just stick with I much prefer the one, the only Jimbo, as you called me there.
stick with
But
it.
no, thank you for having me on. Delighted to be here.
Jimbo, this is a chance for me to get to know managers a bit more. I've been on your show. You're the When Dirtcast, everyone. We're doing the promo at the beginning, not the end. Go listen to the When Dirtcast. Subscribe to the When Dirtcast. What are they on? Is it on Twitch, YouTube? Is it anywhere else?
Twitch, YouTube. So the streams are on Twitch. You've got the YouTube channel, which we do the streaming and the weekly podcast on any other videos. And then if you like podcasts, you can listen to us on your preferred podcast platform of choice. Yeah,
That is
there we go.
When Dirtcast, guys. So if you want sort of, because I think When Dirtcast, it's like it's a nice kind of in depth. There's lots of good tactical stuff there, but there's the Yorkshire Tiered XPs, a new podcast out there that's again a great with lots of in depth sort of tactical heads
They've
talking.
been doing great. The episodes are great.
Yeah, MFL Ramble is pretty in depth. So my take on it is a bit more silly, a bit more lighthearted. Dropping your microphone. I mean, it's all part.
Yeah, yeah.
We roll with it here. It's Wayne's World energy. That's kind of the Amreezy vibe. So I want to get to know
Yeah,
managers
I'm all
more.
for it.
Yeah, I want to because in this game that we play, like exchanges on Discord. It's fun. X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Sure, it's fun. Getting to know managers like this, I've just found through doing my software streams and now doing these MFL chats, it's just like such a better way for me to get to know managers and like. So that's what you're in for. If ever I say anything you don't want to talk about, you just tell me. We take it out. So first question: what's your postcode? And mother's maiden name.
See, always, whenever I have to say that answer, I always put in my old university one because I know it off by heart. So I'd always say
Mm.
CH1 3DA, which is my old university. So whenever everyone asks for a postcode, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I sign up for some things, I just want like the promotion for it or
Same.
along those lines. I have like a fake name, a fake email. They don't ask for an email, brilliant, but I have a fake address, and then usually it's the postcode, which is sort of like, oh, what fake postcode do I put? Just
Interesting.
put
You
somewhere you've
use
been
your
to in
uni
your life.
one. I
Because I
use
had to
a.
use it a lot. I had to use it a lot when,
Uh,
like, signing up for things as a student, so I just
so you
naturally
just got it
remembered
drilled.
it, and it's drilled in my memory, fortunately. So,
I used to use a childhood home, like the first childhood home I kind of remember the address of. That was the one I used to use for those things. And someone told me, "Oh, you know that if they ever send you stuff, it could go to that person's address, and then they'll know you were a previous resident, and they might, So then I started panicking, and I sort of just
oh, yeah,
pick random addresses. I usually go on Google Maps and just find an address, find the postcode,
yeah.
keep them
In,
on their toes.
you're based in Mexico, right? Do you still have is it a bit like the States where you have the zip code or whatever, or do you have something a bit
Yeah,
different over
we got
there?
a silly old zip code. We got a silly 5-digit zip code, and you got to put the borough of the city in, and then you got to
The
put
borough.
yeah. So yeah, I don't really get much posted out to me in Mexico anyway, so it's fine. But back in the UK, and I still do. I still get stuff sent to my mom's house now. So usually, football shirts from classicfootballshirts.co.uk. Free sponsor.
Wait, so you get them sent to your house in England?
My mom's house in England, and
Yeah, what
then
and then posted to you?
no. Then I kind of just have to wait till she either comes here or I go to England. So that I
Is that because you
stockpile.
forget to change the delivery address?
No,
Or is
I
it
do
because
have.
it's cheaper to get it
They,
over to England?
yeah, it's way cheaper. They don't deliver to
Yeah, fair
Mexico,
enough.
so I think it would be like double the cost, literally, of the
Oh, is it worth it
product.
then?
So I'm just like, pfft. I'll stockpile them there, and then I just have a big juicy haul when I go back.
That's something to look forward to, though.
It's at least something, because I've got to go see
Are they
my
random
family.
kits, or are they kits you've bought, or they're like the
Oh yeah, no,
random
no,
ones?
no.
You know,
I
like
will.
those like monthly subscriptions where you get like a random kit each
Oh
month.
no, it's not that. Not like a
Oh,
shirt in the
okay.
box type thing. If you want to sponsor the
Yeah,
show, guys, shirt in the box, great products. That's a free bit of promo. But mine are usually shirts and I usually will forget about some of them. So like I might buy a few, and then like last time I went was last year, and I was like, oh yeah, I bought these shorts or this tracksuit top or yeah. So
Oh, why have I got 4 of the same kit that I've bought throughout the
I
last 8
forgot
months because I
3 times.
forgot
I
that I
forgot.
bought it?
So that's international postage covered. Now let's get on to facial hair. You've got similar vibe to me. Do you ever clean shave it all, and do you look like a 12-year-old when you do that?
I clean shave it once a year. I call it my full reset,
Nice.
as I like to call it. And yes, I do suddenly look like a 12-year-old, and I have to almost think to myself, when I do this clean shave, am I going out drinking anytime soon within about 7 days
Oh,
after? Because I don't mind being ID'd, but when we're all together as mates, there's always one of us who gets ID'd because he always clean shaves, and I quite like it just being him. And we always
yeah.
go like, ID him, and they always do, even without us chanting it. But once he goes in and shows his ID, then even if we weren't clean shaven or we were clean shaven, we know we're getting fine.
No, it makes sense. When you do your reset, is it the same time every year? Is it like winter's coming
No,
or
no, it's
summer?
completely random. It's
Ah,
completely
okay.
random. Um, I'm probably more inclined to do it a bit before the summer because I don't let it get that
Yeah,
thick anyway. But if it was, I don't want to then suddenly clean shave and it looks like I've got white straps around my
don't want
chins and
beard
like
tan
my
lines.
chins plural, yeah. Um, so I tend to do it before summer. But generally saying this year, I don't think I've done it this year. So you know, maybe it's because of the streaming that I do. I don't dare everyone see me looking like a 12-year-old
No, because you
because I think
stream.
for MFL you have to be at least 18, I think, unless your parent gives you permission to play.
I'm thinking also with your streaming schedule, it's quite spread over the week, isn't it? So you wouldn't have
Mm.
enough recovery time for the beard.
No, no. Do you do a
Maybe.
full
Oh no,
reset?
I don't do the resets anymore. I used to, or I used to just have a mustache and shave everything off, and I would look like a detective in a kind of 70s, 80s kind of cop movie.
No, I rate that.
And that's as far as I go. I once did everything, and literally takes up 20 years off my age, and not in a good way. So I will just let it go back, and then I'm very lazy. Like when I do my hair, I do the beard at the same time, and then that's the that's
How
it.
often do you do it? Are you like a daily sort of person
No, no,
or?
no, no, no. This is like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks.
No, okay, similar to me then. I'm usually about like once every 10 days or so.
Yeah,
Um, even if I don't shave it, I'll try and keep it off like the top lip and things like that,
yeah. You
just to
gotta.
clean it up a bit, or try and like underneath here and just try and clean it up, even if it is a bit long. I quite like it, especially getting it into winter. It looks a bit more
Oh, you need it in
cozy, got
winter.
your
You need.
coats
It's
on. Yeah,
Christmas. You gotta have.
yeah.
What about your girlfriend? Does she? Because my wife also hates certain types of the beard, so that also affects what I do.
There's a particular stage where I think it's just after I shave it. I usually have like the lowest or the closest or the shortest guard or the second shortest one when I do it. But it's either like a couple of days after that, if I'm being a prat, like rubbing my cheek, like on her
Scratch
face or
face.
something, she's like, "No, no, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that." So she has to give it a
Yeah,
couple.
scratch face. I call that.
Yeah.
Right. We've got now. I know you a little bit better. I know about your facial hair routine. I've been asking a few guests this question. What's your favorite TV show or like comedy show? Comedy films, comedy TV shows, comedy actors. I just want first names or shows or films that come into your head just so I can kind of
So I'll just go like comedians because that's sort of
let's do
TV shows I don't really
comedians.
watch too much of, but I've always been for at least 7, 8 years now a big James Acaster fan,
Oh, I love
who's a
him.
British comedian. Yeah, I had the opportunity to see him once live. Um, It was in Ipswich, unfortunately, but I managed to see him live, and he was great. I've always loved his humor,
Have you
and I
heard his
think it's
podcast,
brilliant.
the food one?
No, I've seen like a couple of them. That's with I can never remember the name of the guy he does it with.
James.
I want to
Um,
say Chris, but I know the
Off the
exact
Menu
guy who does
podcast.
it
It's
with
called
him.
Off the Menu podcast.
Yeah, I've listened to a few. I should listen to it more really, but I have so many stacked podcasts I listen to. I'm more of like a podcast. I don't watch much TV, to be fair.
You're old school, Jimbo. You're old school.
Yeah, unless I don't, because I'm always like watching things on Netflix or Amazon or wherever. Unless it's like live football, I tend not to watch TV that much. When I
I
was a
think
kid, I used to
no one
like watching
does.
Whose Line Is It Anyway? I think the American one. It's always
Yeah.
been American, I think, isn't it? I used to love watching that. But that was back when I was like 10 years old, by the way. Probably didn't understand half the jokes, but I found it funny.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
No, James Ancasters. We're in similar taste here. I'm a big fan of James.
yeah.
All right. Okay, you passed that test. What did you have for lunch today?
I didn't have lunch.
You're one of
And
those,
if my girlfriend
Jimbo.
heard me say that, she'd absolutely throttle me because she goes,
Rightfully so.
You always skip lunch." And I'm like, yeah, you're right. If I'm in the office, I have lunch. If I'm not, I still have like a late breakfast and then a late dinner.
Fine. What's your go-to lunch when you do lunch?
Let me expose my office lunch. So unless it's a Friday, then I'll get the food van, which tomorrow is an Asian food truck coming in. So
What's the Friday food thing? A different truck comes to your office every week, or
we have
what?
like a different. There's like about 8 of them on a rota, and they sort of cycle through. So it will be sort of
Ah,
like burgers, like loaded fries, Asian street food. We've had dessert ones come before as well, which is
oh,
really nice.
nice.
And it's just like it is just great because you can just go outside the office and then just grab like there's one called churros and chorizo, and they do an unbelievable chorizo
Oh,
burger, and it's so good. Some of them are like a little bit expensive, but then you're supporting a local food vendor
yeah.
who I'd much rather give like £2-3 more to them than to Mackey's 10 minutes up the way from me. I'd much rather that. But if it's not a Friday, I end up usually going to Lidl and going to their bakery, grabbing a couple of cookies, grabbing like some of their little pizza things or a sandwich from somewhere. But I always have to get a box of fruit as well. I used to get mango a lot. I used to love
Balance.
mango, but mango's quite expensive when it's like diced up. I'm talking a little box like 2.99. I'm like, wow, that's really expensive compared to a box of pineapple. I'm like 150. I'm like, hello, I can get two for the price of one here. I'm just going to go for that.
Let's go
So
pineapple season.
that's what I usually do if I'm in the office, but if I'm at home, I just have like a massive bowl of cereal about 11 o'clock.
Nice, nice.
I'm a cereal
Ah,
man. I'm a cereal lover at
like
heart.
living in Mexico, there's certain the things I miss about the UK is food, but not like meals, like snacks, cereals, biscuits, crisps. That's what I miss. I don't really miss like I don't know steak and ale pie, but I do miss crumpets. I do miss certain
I go through
cereals.
phases of crumpets. Crumpets are great. I used to hate them as a kid. I think it's
Whoa.
because I used to hate them as a kid, and then about 3-4 years ago, I had an epiphany. I was like, let me have a couple of crumpets. I went, yo, I've missed out on something here. Where did this? I think I must have had like a bad experience with them previously,
Yeah,
where I just
maybe
didn't like
undercooked.
them. Yeah, and I just sort of now I used to find them a great sort of like protein snack, putting like peanut butter on them and then like a
Mm,
little bit of banana. But it's effectively, you replace them as toast.
yeah.
And I was like, this is great. And they're really quick to do. They're, unless you've got that phobia of holes, and they're an absolute nightmare food for you, right? Because they've got all the holes on them, but
Oh
they are
yeah.
such a great,
Oh,
a
the
great
holes are
item.
perfect though. The way they soak flavor, they soak things. Like peanut butter goes through it a little bit, and you get extra peanut butter.
Yeah.
So if you're watching Crumpets, if you're watching Warburtons, that's a free ad. Crumpets. If you want to sponsor us, any company, we don't have any sponsors yet on the channel. I'm sure you're devastated to find out, Jimbo. But if
I
Warburtons are
am.
watching, this is when we could insert like a little clip and just go Warburtons Crumpets. Great for people that don't
I
like
hate
food
to
with
say it
holes.
though, but do you get Warburtons in Mexico? Because if you
No.
don't, how could a company that's not based or has any presence in the country you live in sponsor you?
Okay. Well, I
That's like
think.
me getting. That's like Wendert getting sponsored by Walmart. I guess we've got Asda, but it doesn't
Well, I think
quite.
Warburton's would look at the demographic of viewers, maybe, because I doubt anyone else in Mexico watches this. I think it's predominantly Europe, US. If you're watching from Mexico and you see this video, write in the comments, "Hola, vamos Mexico." Viva, no, right? Viva Mexico. And then I'll say something back in Spanish. But I don't think anyone in Mexico watches because no one writes my stuff in Spanish or. But you're right. I probably should look for, Jimbo. Companies.
Corona or someone like that.
No, companies like I'm selling the fact that I'm missing a product. So like Yorkshire tea, I'm missing a Yorkshire tea bags, right? So the fact that I'm missing them out here, it could be like the whole thing. Like, don't be like Amreezy, or if you're traveling, take Yorkshire tea or Marmite. Things we can't get here.
Then you bring a massive presence, and suddenly, like all over social media, is this viral content creator who's now brought, English, items, food items, drink items over to Mexico, and it's a revelation. It's causing scenes. It's dividing the Mexicans.
Let me make a note of this because this is all excellent career stuff for me to be. Just writing notes of that, Jimbo.
F your tacos, bring over the crumpets. I know they're kind of different foods in terms of when you have them in the day, or maybe not, but give a little Mexican standoff of crumpets and tacos.
I like it. Someone did tell me once you should make your own crumpets, but I looked into that.
I don't even know how you do that. That seems far too stressful. Much easier to just buy them for 99p for 4 in a supermarket.
Exactly. Or in my case, nothing for nothing. Buy them for nothing. Just having
like £10 to send them over for a pack of 4. And by the time they get to you, they've already got mold. Unless you freeze them or something like that.
If anybody wants to vacuum seal me some crumpets, send them over to me. All my producers are out here, like in front of me right now. Like I've got people with clipboards and everyone running around saying, "You've not talked about MFL yet."
We're getting it.
Yeah. Get off the crumpet. Get off the crumpets. Warburton's on it. So they're all telling me to talk about MFL, Jimbo. So I'm really sorry. But
that's a shame.
I'm so sorry, mate. But we have to talk about it. It's Planet MFL. Look at the lovely graphics all around you. We're in space. We've left
fantastic.
Earth.
I do love these graphics, by the way. Big props. They are. These are sort of graphics I would dream of for our one.
Appreciate it. Much love. So we've left Earth. We're now going to MFL. What we do is we look at my team, what's happened in the last week. Then we look at the guest team, what's happening last week. Last week's video was with Bruce Leet, and I was showing him how I was second in the league, and I just lost like one game. It was this one, and I was like, "Oh, but we're still only 3 points behind the leaders. Maybe if they drop some points and all of that, it could still be played for." Turns out I lost the next 2 games in a row after that video. So the league,
including one with the background as well.
Which background?
That's no, just
yeah. Including this,
they have a background.
This
that's horrendous. That in my eyes, you should have won 3-0 by forfeit. Is how I view that.
No.
Fortunately, your second to most recent game, you won 5-1, and they had a background, so you really gave them an absolute, beating.
This is weirder because they have a background, but they've made the background, like they've embellished the background. Like that's worse than a white background.
Well, some people have like the background an extension of the logo. So when people have the logo here and they'll expand it, kind of semi-blur it, and then do that.
Okay.
Because like in the top left there, I just see like is that a random cloud in the top left? Is that a cloud?
Yeah,
like is that supposed to be part
of
the logo? I can't see the top right because your microphone's hiding it. But is that the only cloud on that?
That's the only cloud. Top left. There's nothing in the top right.
Surely that's a straightforward one to remove from a.
That is ridiculous. Come on. I don't know why. It just annoys me. There's a cloud. It's like it's not plain background. There's a cloud there. Like sort it out. So that wound me up already when I played them the other day. So I remember thinking that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've thrown the league. We're not gonna. We finished second in the end. League's finished. Guess this is kind of a season review. We were projected to finish like fourth, I think, in this league. First year in ice, the highest I've ever been. So I was literally expecting relegation, because in my head it was like, well, I just got promoted, therefore I'm going to be one of the worst teams in the next league. But I guess MFL isn't quite like that, because I was quite mid-table to one of the better teams in the league. So happy days.
And you've got your playoff game tomorrow. I saw you lost your most recent game 4-0, and the team that were in third couldn't catch up to you. So I'm hoping you rested a bunch of players for your final game preparation.
Correct.
Yes, my man.
Correct, Jimbo. That was a full 11 B team. Full 11.
Oh, full 11.
Full 11. Even the goalkeeper got a rest.
Even better.
So yeah, that was clearly, yeah, you were right. Third was never catching up with me. I was never catching up with first. So now we're going into the game with Swedish Meatballs tomorrow, fully rested. And I've looked at their team, and I think they had to play. They finished second as well, but I think they could have won or something, so they didn't rest their players as much. So I'm hoping that gives me the edge, because they do have a slightly better squad than me. They've got.
He's got a player out. Is that a red card? No, it's a retirement.
Retirement,
yeah. Sorry. Got you a bit excited there.
He's kind of got his condition okay. I think everyone's in fairly high 90s. So
I always sort them by the amount of games been played for this bit. So I'll always sort it by that. So that's his most popular players, right? That's his players he's going to play the most. So yeah, he's kind of, apart from that left back 94, but that's not much of a difference. But he's got them mostly on decent.
Yeah, he's got a good team here, and I think it's going to be a tricky game for us. I think
AK-47 MFL is a username as well. Yeah, I know. I'd go on a little fun fact here from me. One of the old Norwich players, Abu Kamara, he used to have 47 on his back, so his nickname was AK-47.
Oh, I love that.
He was a winger. I tell you what, wasn't deadly at all. Wanted to leave the club, barely scored. So
friendly fire.
He's firing blanks, brother. He's firing blanks. He was just, you might as well just be like Nerf or nothing at this point.
Makes me sad, because I remember the name. I remember the name, but I didn't remember him being a flop. I was like, oh yeah, Abu Kamara. Wasn't he like a mid-table?
He forced his way out. He wanted to move out of Norwich. And we thought, he's come up through the academy. I think we're like, we'll nurture him. He looked like a good prospect for beginning of last season. Moved to Hull, and then was like bench player for Hull for a number of games. I don't know if he even starts the games now for Hull if he's injured, but he was one of those players that, because of the way he left, he got absolute pelters when he came back to Norwich, because I think we beat them at home. And it's like, it could have been you. It could have been you. Abu Kamara. And I just absolutely love those chants. But
great shirt number though, AK-47. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
So speaking of firing, we've fired our way to second place, and we've fired our way to third place in the cup. So cup, we didn't have any fun with the cup this season. League, we did splendid. Got the playoff tomorrow, and either way, for me, having more than 10,000 MFL in my balance now is the most I've ever had. So it's very exciting for me. I've got 12,000 MFL now. Ooh. So I can buy the this is how unused to it. Buy the green pack. Basically, I've only ever bought unlimited packs.
Oh, upgrade, as they say.
So it's the first time I'm ever going to buy an uncommon pack. So we're going to get the 10,000
so
one.
Excited for a 65 rated 28-year-old left wing back
with
50 pace.
Someone who doesn't play in my formation.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Or a 5'1" goalkeeper.
Or could be 74 rated 18-year-old. What do I need? Centre back.
Yes.
Called New John Terry.
It will happen. What's he going to be called, sorry?
New John Terry.
Oh, I thought you actually said his name will be, predicting his name as well.
His name will be...
Unless his name comes out as John Terry Jr.
They should have juniors. They should have it doesn't have to be after the real thing, but they could just have random juniors on the end of names. I'd like that.
There should be surely a couple Brazilians have to have that in their name database, because you do get some of those.
There should be. And there should be also siblings in MFL. There should be a brother of a player. Like,
Then if they play together, it's just a massive chemistry boost.
yeah, you get like a guaranteed.
Or you have like the siblings that hate each other and they don't play well with each other.
Aggression boost.
Yeah, or if they play against each other, if you both got the one aggressive, if one's a left back and one's a right mid, it's just first minute both getting yellow cards, penalties.
I would like that, or I would like something like when you play a player of your who you sold, who you then play against. It would be nice if the game knew that somehow and then could tell you like it's a grudge match. So and so's playing, and then maybe either your guys get up for it a bit more, or that player on the opposite team performs better.
The possibilities.
These are great ideas, Jimbo. These are great MFL ideas, but I know what everyone at home's saying. Sure, that's how AFC Amreezy did. What about the Am Reserves? Well, wait.
Cracking name.
We're getting there. Mid-table finish. It's what we expected. It's what we got. We got to the quarterfinal of the cup, which is going to give us a nice bit of MFL. We had Cobra United, our Bruce Lee's wife's team. So congratulations to the Bruce Lee household.
I've just come off the back of I've not finished their most recent episode on the Yorkshire TNXP, but I'm like 25 minutes in and talking about strength creep and strength for leagues. And he mentioned my wife smashed her Flint League, but I've never seen the extent because I always listen to it. I don't watch it as I listen to it.
Yeah,
but they're not seeing the extent. Was I'm gonna say was she in your cup group stage as well? Did I see
cup
that
as well?
right?
And it was really weird because there was a time early in the season when we played each other twice in a row. Look here, once in the cup and then once in the league. Load more. Here it is. We drew in the cup and then she beat me in the league, and it was just weird having the same team twice. I didn't like it. So
it's a groovy logo she's got. I wrote it.
And didn't draw any games, lost 3 games, won all of the rest.
You didn't draw any either.
Hey, wasn't the time.
Wasn't the league team finishes mid-table? That's kind of crazy. You just,
That is a bit weird, actually. I didn't realize that. Genuinely hadn't realized I hadn't drawn.
I saw Ron John sent me a link to one of his teams, Fortress Agency, where he finished mid-table, 0 goal difference. I was like, how hard is it to get 0 goal difference in MFL? I mean, you're not far from it. You've got 3. You're not far off 0.
I mean, good company with Ron John.
With the engine and with the amount of games to get just equal goals scored and equal goals conceded.
I think
that's kind of crazy
because this is my reserve team. The first 11 are okay, and the backup 11 are just dreadful. And I think it might be maybe I win with the best team, say 2 or 3-0, and I lose 2 or 3-0 with the reserve team. So it's we're just constantly cycling, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. That's why we don't draw, because I'm never evenly matched. If it's evenly matched, it doesn't happen. So we don't draw, and we either lose by 2 or win by 2, maybe.
Consistent. The bookies hate you because they're always hoping for a draw.
Always.
And everyone's either going for it's not win or draw, not home or draw or away and draw. It's always a full result. Home away wins.
For the reserves, progression wise, it's been okay this season. These 2 guys were on loan, so you're welcome.
I don't care about them.
But my guys, the Amreezy boys, they got a couple of good improvements here. This boy is knocking on the door of the main team. And I know where your head's gone, Jimbo. What about Koja? How has Koja progressed? How has Koja done this season?
Yeah, how has he done?
Only a +1. Only
+1.
+1 this season, which by his high standards.
2 in shootings though is quite nice.
Yeah, but we have seen the graph slow down a bit. That's what
I was going to say that's slowing down a bit, isn't it?
I think SR Monkey was telling me, he was like, no, this is great because they usually have a flat bit, but then he'll have a dip when he's in his later 20s. He'll go back up. Because he was encouraged that at least he'd gone up by 1 this year. He said usually when they hit 24, 25, they'll just have flat periods. I don't know. I didn't look into the science behind it, but I felt encouraged when he said that.
No, I mean, let me give you the pessimistic view,
Oh no, Jimbo.
give you both sides. I mean, how much did he go up for before he turned 25? He's gone up by, what's that? 4, 8, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we just make the assumption, worst case scenario, he's hit prime age at 25,
Yeah.
plus 16 is 80% of the way to his full potential on the basis you've put him in perfect conditions. If everything is perfect, let's admit the ideal scenario, everything's perfect. 80% is 16 overall. We need to get to an extra 20%, which is what, an extra 4 in that situation. So that was him at 70. His last progression in the 24-25 season, ages, not years, he was a 72, 71. So at a minimum, he should be grabbing you a 75 rated. That's how I view that, kind of.
Okay. That's minimum.
That's how I view it, unless the prime age was 24.
Then we're
And
screwed.
then the 20%, like, you could near enough be there. But I
Yeah.
think you'll be able to tell if it is that in 2-3 seasons time if he does just flatline. But if he goes up like still like another one next season, it could just be a slow grind to like 75, 76 is a minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
That's
25.
the mathematical side of it. But
We've done the maths. We've proven it. He's either going to be 75 or just gradual.
can you remember? So he's gone +2 shooting this season. Can you remember if he went up an overall after the second shooting, or if it was the first one? Because obviously
First one.
shooting's a massive big contributor to the overall of strikers. So getting that shooting one, another one out there is like, actually, you don't need as many other stats to increase him off the back of that. Oh, that's a nice graph, isn't it?
Yeah, shooting. And the thing about him is he didn't play the last game of the season, and I did want him to be top scorer. He didn't get top scorer, and I think if I'd have, this was one of the things I was umming and ahhing about. Like, he was second, or he was behind by 2 goals. I think it might have been
the background, Mr. Single Cloud FC.
The crimes rack up. I think he was 1 behind him on the last day of the season. I was like, if I play him and he gets 2 goals, he might finish top scorer and we get a trophy. But I didn't play him. I thought, well, better trophy to get promoted with our main man fresh. So
you want him fresh.
He just missed out on the golden boot. But our goalkeeper, get ready for this. His 3rd goalkeeper award. In 4, and he's what, 21 years old.
Wow.
This boy is, the first 2 years he was on loan at other clubs. So he was in Ice.
Back. Not back to back, surely not.
Back to, so season 8, season 7. So he didn't do it season 6.
Stinker.
Season 5, he got 2. 1 in the cup, 1 in the league in season 5.
Wow, that was unbelievable. So he's out of 3 out of his 4 seasons, he's got trophies in each season, but he actually has as many trophies this season because he got the double in season 5.
He's on for 1 a year. So
I love that. To use a word of one of the teams in your league, he might be a Giga Chad.
Good league callback.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Chads. Where are the Chads? There they are. Shout out to the Chads. It's annoying me that this bar at the bottom is scrolling. That's going to be there all video. I'd like to apologize to everybody watching. I should have cropped it.
Congratulations this season.
I should have cropped it out. It's never usually there. Right.
I reckon if you went into, to be technical, if you went into the old inspect element, you could probably remove it that way. But unless you hard refresh, then it'll come back.
Yeah. It's all right. I feel like because it's been there now, for continuity, it's got to stay there. So I just want everyone to fully aware of the congratulations at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you're congratulating everyone. Make sure you're congratulating me in the comments, please. Can you write congratulations, Amreezy, on your season?
But in Spanish, in Spanish.
Yeah, if you could. Oh, I've pressed my stream deck. We know that doesn't work, Amreezy. We know that doesn't work. We're gonna go to Jimbo's team soon, but first, We just need to say, I forgot what we needed to say. Drink mango drinks. Here comes another advertisement.
I finished, but mine was cherries and berries, Robinsons.
Oh, that's another thing I miss. We don't get squash in Mexico. Imagine that. Squash.
Don't get squashed.
Don't get squash. You get like these weird.
Behave.
You get these weird like packets, like powder packets you can tip into water and mix it, and it's like a sugary sweet flavor. But that's not. It's not a squash.
I know you get like the sweeteners where people like have the syrup and they squeeze it in. I know those ones, but I've never heard of a packet of squash.
It's not a thing, and it's not a thing in the US, and that's the only.
What squash? Nothing in the US?
No.
You're joking me.
They
How did
think
I not realize that? I lived over there for a year. How did I not realize that?
You're probably just drinking iced tea and other US drinks.
Chalky milk for morning, lunch.
Hey, buddy. Have another chocolate milk. Forget about the squash. You went to New York in the kind of Prohibition era, right? That's the voices.
Yeah. Totally not Montana. It's definitely New York in the
wise guy.
Yeah.
It's such a good thing I was going to say, and it's just gone. So let's just forget that. I do know what I want to say. We're going to do a little bit of production, and this is part of the episode, Jimbo. So you do live production work with you now. We're going to do, right. So here's what I'm thinking. Now, don't hold me to this world. This is the first time I'm saying this, and I'm saying it because Jimbo's on, so it's a big event, okay? MFL documentary, season 10 returns. Come on, Jimbo!
Come on!
Because what I'm thinking is doing it every other season. And if I start on 10, then it can be on an even number, and that pleases my OCD. That it can be 10, 12, 14, 16.
It's just a great season anyway. Something about if NFL was to release anything big, doesn't season 10 not
10
just
has to be
the best number? Was it Pythagoras who called it a perfect number, or was it some mathematician called 10 a perfect number?
One of them.
I could be completely wrong there, but someone important in the history of humanity definitely called 10 a perfect number, or their favorite number. I just hope it's not a couple of people in history who I definitely.
I just hope it wasn't a serial killer or someone like that. Hopefully it wasn't a dictator, but we think it's Pythagoras.
Or a painter or someone like that. Hopefully it's not.
Or Abuku Kamara. Hopefully it's not any of those people who are all equally as bad.
Marcelino Nunez.
Or Marcelino Nunez.
No, I hope it was him actually. No,
is that your worst player?
Yeah, would I want him to say it was a? I don't think he'd be able to say in English that it would 10's a perfect number.
Yeah.
So, and he's lived in England for 3 years now. I think the only thing he can say is lovely.
Where's he from? Chile?
He's from Chile. Yeah.
What is he? Spanish? We're just going to show our ignorance here, Jim. But let's stop digging.
Yeah.
Before I attempt to Chile, and
let's go back to the really important moment.
Right. So
about you saying about your even number seasons for the doc.
So don't hold me to it, guys. If in the future it doesn't become every other year,
clip it up, folks. Clip it up.
The vibe I'm feeling is 10. Then we do every other year. Now I've got 6 weeks effectively to build up hype. So what I want is every guest to come onto the show to do something, to say something like how excited you are that he's coming back, and then I clip all of that together and be like, oh, it's coming back, it's coming back, it's coming back, and then every guest who's been on the show would have said like this. So I basically want you to say like how excited you are for the return of how much you want the documentary to come back, like, and ham it up a bit, like go over the top. You can like so wait, I'm gonna stop talking because then the clip we'll use for the thing will just be your half of the screen. But Jimbo, how excited are you? How much do you want the documentary to return?
I just don't think words can. My brain's gone blank. Hang on, I had a sentence in my head, and now
don't worry, Jimbo.
So I have to do some.
Don't worry, you got to get in the headspace of you just really want this documentary to come out. You can't wait for it to come back. It's had such a big impact on your life, all of that stuff. So let's go.
Yeah. Ever since hearing the news that the MFL doc had been sort of almost paused, cancelled, halted, I've had sleepless nights. Every day I've woken up hoping for an Amreezy tweet teasing an MFL doc. I've got his notifications turned on Twitter, on X, formerly known as Twitter, on YouTube. Been watching every piece of content, trying to just, if he just drops a little hint in there. But I've heard today is the day. Season 10, MFL Doc is making a return. I can just picture it now. Absolute scenes. But the most important thing is, but almost kind of tragically, I have to wait another 6 weeks for it to kick off. So that does mean, for me in my life, I've got 6 weeks of no sleep. So I'm not sure I'll be here to experience it, but I just know that it'll be absolutely phenomenal. So, folks, get ready, be prepared, get your alarms set. Unlike me, because I don't need alarms because I got to sleep. I don't sleep. But MFL Doc, Season 10, hitting your screens. Be there, be ready. It's going to be massive. Huge.
Incredible. Oh yeah, now let's end it with just shouting, Amreezy is MFL. Something like that.
Can we just shout that as well? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Amreezy is MFL.
Oh, that was so good, Jimbo. Like, one take kid.
Yeah, one take's all I do. You know, my heart rate's definitely not at 140, been put on the spot.
I love it. Now, the problem is for other guests, you've set the bar really high there. And I can't do a clip of promo montage it before the documentary comes out with you
just
with
clip,
that.
Just clip my one up for its own
Yeah.
clip.
I might have to show also people your clip so that they know what to match. Because if they're not on that energy, it's going to weird. Like, you all pumped up and the next person going, yeah, I can't wait for the documentary to come out. Like, be nice.
I should have gone. If anything, even if I can do it again, but be like that, so then everyone else's gets more.
Oh, so we have like two options.
Yeah, so I'll be like, you know, I'm not too bothered about the doc, really. Like, you know, I just hope the next person
is it coming out? Fine. No, Jimbo.
What?
Worst case scenario, we just use you. We don't use anyone else. I think that's the bar. So we've done our production meeting. Now we can get finally let's go to the land of the dragons. Let's go. Not to Game of Thrones.
I've got to correct you there because they're technically not dragons.
What? A wyvern is not a dragon.
But like, you call a dragon a dragon.
Oh, I see.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I need to do my own bit of research. But you wouldn't call they are not a dragon as we associate dragons to be.
So they're more like reptiles.
Yeah, so dragons have wings and 4 legs.
Yeah.
Whereas wyverns have wings, 2 legs, and sort of like 2 little arms. Or like they don't yeah, no, I don't. No, they have arms in their wings, I think. A bit like pterodactyls and all that sort of do. I had to research all this when I was getting all my logos. Albeit it looks like both my logos are serpents, by the way. But you know, we'll allow that.
So a worm and a wyvern, are they they're both mythical
so worms
type dragons?
So worms also a mythical like dragon-like creature.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a great spin because, you know, you can say like get your worm out or get the worms, come on you worms.
That is very true.
And people go like, oh, hang on, you can't be saying that. Well, yes, I can. It's worms with a Y and an R.
It's mythical, mate.
With a Y, sorry, not an R.
Yeah, it's not a dinosaur.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not a little slithery little wormy worm.
It's an excellent branding.
Big worm.
Excellent branding opportunity. I think you've smashed it there. So this one came first.
Yes.
And you just
Wentz and Wyvern came first. I think I might have to get Yaks to confirm again. I think they're the third oldest club in MFL.
Yaks,
I wanted them to be the first, but someone beat me by like a minute to establish it when it got announced.
Still, it's impressive. So what? Oh yeah, look, ID number 85. That's mad.
But if you click onto the club and then go to like the club page and go to info, you'll see if you scroll down, founded March the 3rd. So that time for me was 10 p.m. And it was
Ah.
11 minutes after you could then first actually establish clubs. That was when I created it. So obviously everyone was like, "Oh, what am I going to do? What are my colors of the badge?" I had that all ready to go and just fired it off straight away. But there's 2 clubs that beat me, I think, to establishing first
Ah.
and branding. So now they're over 2.5. They're 2.5
That
years
is.
old. That club.
And like,
Yeah.
have they always been in the bronze division?
No, they were in iron. They started in iron, and we got promoted up to bronze in the first season of MFL. In season
Ah.
1. I told myself whichever league, whichever division that Norwich license is in, that's what I'm going to start. Thankfully, it wasn't in diamond, platinum, gold, or silver, so I was able to be in there with not too much financial constraints.
And are you going to stick with 2, or do you have?
I was 3, and I went down to 2 this season, mainly on the back of time, and ironically, or not ironically, quite funny that the team that I sold in Stone came rock bottom with 4 points this season. I sold it before the players got populated, so
Yeah.
before anyone goes, "But they're your players, Jimbo." No, I just sold the club.
Just his legacy,
Um,
not his
I
players. All right.
if I was to yeah, exactly. If I was to gain any more clubs, they would be Norwich locations or locations like close to my heart. So Chester, where I went to uni. If they ever release like I'm not sure they did actually a Bozeman in Montana, where I spent the year studying over there. Those
Oh,
sort of places close to
nice.
my heart. I would grab them. The one I had previously was oh my god, it was a town in the northeast of Madrid called like I can't remember now. It was like De Janeiro, and I picked a borough and I called it Atletico Espartale. I think I called them. I found some information about them. It was like a brand new borough that had like a brand new school and gym and all this sort of stuff. I thought, oh, I'll call it that. But yeah, I'll stick with 2 for the time being, unless I need to go big.
I'm sorry, Jimbo. I've been distracted.
I know, mate. Honestly,
What?
honestly,
What? Is this the
horrendous,
worst logo
horrendous,
you've ever
right?
seen?
I was like, maybe the guy's selling his packs, but I can't even
It,
see his quantities. I can't even see
no,
I can see it's a
it's all
limited, uncommon, and a rare. Is Crazy Colt showing off his
that he has
packs?
3 packs that you pixelated, so you can't
You
even
know,
see like what they are.
but like, why has he gone 50? He's clearly zoomed out. He's gone 50% zoom.
What?
Why would you not?
Seriously?
This.
Oh,
Yes,
I've
it's
never
weird. Look
wanted
how
to
many.
speak.
I can't. He's got so many tabs open as well. I don't know if you can look on the top right. I don't know what the number is. So I'm not OCD. I'm not. You know. Is that what is that?
It
How
doesn't
does
say
it
the
say?
number, but
66% charge as well. Oh my word. This
this
is.
is definitely the strangest logo. Why did it go 50% out? Like,
There was one of it. It might not be there anymore, but it used to be of the iPhone like dial screen. When you got all the numbers, the keypad, it
yeah,
was literally just the keypad like that, and someone just had that as their logo, and we're like, "Oh, brilliant."
that's mad. I
No,
need
I don't
to.
think there's any numbers involved or anything like that, but
Crazy Cult, if you are watching by any chance, I've never wanted to speak to an MFL manager more. So if you could please just tell us, oh, you're on, I'm going to send him a message after this video. If you could respond in the comments once I've contacted you on both Discord and X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, I will be getting in touch with you, mate, and I'll be asking for an explanation because that is baffling. That his other clubs have normal logos.
yeah, I know.
So why is it just that one club that he decided to? Why did he just do one? Two? There's so many questions. So if Crazy
Yeah.
Cult's watching, right, that's not even your team, Jimbo. We've been distracted by Troy's. So did you do the exact same as me? Did you were going to finish second and rested some players in the last game,
No.
or you had to win?
I was never finishing first, but I had to win to maintain second position. And because I had a cup final which I lost to Zen Pollos Hermanos, I guess a reference to Breaking Bad there.
4-3, close game.
I I was 3-0 down in the first half. I then brought it back to 3-all in the 89th minute, only to concede a goal straight afterwards.
94 minutes. That is
I was
painful.
buzzing when we had the penalty. I would have rather have missed the penalty than score it and then
Yeah, yeah,
concede for it
yeah.
afterwards, because that was just absolutely heartbreaking. Because I saw the highlight in like 93:47 seconds, and I went, I know they're going to score it. I can just feel it.
Yeah.
The script has been written that I do not win this game after coming back from 3-0 down.
That
I
is
think his
so
striker, yeah,
painful.
Candias just absolutely
4 goals from
demolished him.
Candias.
Yeah, if you look at him as a player, though,
Jesus.
for the
Jeez.
he he has a weird his rather
That's
than having
crazy.
like an equal, obviously the cups are sort of equal strength. You're playing with people who have a similar average top 11,
Yeah.
but he had a squad composition that was 3 or 4 players heavily weighted, and then some that are lower weighted. So you'll look at, he's got like an 80. If you go overall, he's got like an 80 rated midfielder,
Oh
78, but then
yeah.
he's got 66, 67s in there, which bring it down. So
Ah,
I
clever.
was a bit unfortunate there, but I had a couple of players who were misfits who gain a couple overall for being in a secondary position. But so yeah, because I had to win the cup final,
Yeah.
which I didn't. I then it's Gustavo Fring Park as well. There we go. It's definitely his stadium name was yeah. Because I had to try and go for the cup final, it meant that I was like, right, I cannot afford to go third place here because I don't want to take that long run in to get into
Yeah.
Stone. If I really want to get to Stone, my fatigue is not making it to that final game. So I was like, I have to get second here, and then just pray that Deportivo La Coruña are just absolutely pants when it comes to fatigue. They're not, because the guy rested, I think. So
Ah.
I'm just praying that in this match, that tomorrow I win and go up to
S-
Stone.
So it's all or nothing really with this game. It's like if you don't win, you don't think you're gonna have the fatigue to win the rest of the playoff games.
No, and I don't want, I won't have the fatigue, and I've already looked at who that ninth spot is in Stone, and that team has not that much fatigue, or sorry, has pretty good fatigue and is just stronger. So I'm like,
Ah.
paired that up with my team that's weaker and will have like high 80s. I just thought, oh, no, probably not. And I was like, yeah, if you look at some of them, I mean, they're not, for that
Nah.
one game, they're good. For that one game, they're good. But if
Yeah.
you go second, then the next game, like 2 more games onto that, I'm looking at sort of low 90s, high 80s, which was, I don't mind that if it was just
Yeah.
like not a game that didn't mean anything. But for some people, like I know Hoodwink, for example, he has to rotate after like 95, 96%. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to give the boys a bit more game time than that. But so it'll
Uh,
all come down to tomorrow.
Jimbo, nobody's got squad numbers, mate. What's happening? What happened?
So basically, usually I let my chat decide on stream. But I think
Oh.
because this is a full gutted squad, that I've not got any numbers. I probably just auto assign it. But when we go to the Wyvern later, you'll see that one of my strikers is number 2, and that's just because it's kept over. I think my goalkeeper is like 69 or something like that. In my other club, but
And the
in
other
here I've
club,
not got anyone.
when they were numbered by the channel.
They were numbered by people who could like redeem the channel points and just sort of pick what number they wanted. And a lot of those players
Ah.
stay in that club.
Yeah.
They just auto renew. So therefore, when they have it for like season 6, then their those numbers will persist. But all of these in here have been put in fresh, and I've just actually not even thought about the player numbers. So if people watching this want to name any or number any of my players, just pick a pick a
Get in the comments, get in the channel, get in the.
pick a number.
Um, last thing I was looking was any Mexican players. Mexican players are terrible in MFL. There's never any good MFL Mexican
I have one in
players.
my agency, but I don't have any in I don't think either of my 2 teams actually. I have Reynaldo Romo,
Oh,
who was in
what
one
a
of my
name!
first ever packs, and he was a 16-year-old 74 rated right winger.
That's
And
what I'm going to open on next week.
He's an absolute fraud when it comes to progression, by the way.
Oh
He's a
no,
fraud. I think maybe he was a 73 when he started. You'll see him there. Yeah, you got him
there
right
he
center of your
is.
screen now. Unbelievable, like
Look at
dribbling
this.
and,
Look at that
and pace.
casual pose on the photo. Just
He's one of
yeah,
those
whatever.
players that I miss his cartoon vibes, because I think he had shorter hair, and he had a full facial hair, like
Ah,
really clean. I just went, oh, he looks like the bee's knees. and now it's an absolute fraud.
Yeah, I'm sure some players have got worse since the photo upgrade, just because of the photo not looking as good as the cartoon.
I feel like he's one of the few players that his physical kind of matches his photo as well. He looks a bit
Yeah, he looks
twig
like
like
a
for a right winger. He looks like your classic right winger who just doesn't. He just burns with pace and dribbling, but if it comes to physical battle as centre back, he's not going anywhere. So this new
yeah,
thing for next season about centre backs or defenders being able to use their body to shield a striker, Romo could be absolutely mugged and mudded when it comes to that development for next season.
big time. Big time, Romo. Watch out. Oh, speaking of developments, we've got the beautiful news today in MFL that we can do preset tactics for next season. We can situations.
Match plans.
That is fun. I am looking forward to that.
I just know that if the people who don't even use it much, I think everyone will at least, the first thing they're going to do is just call one park the bus or like
Yeah,
no more goals or see it out. I guarantee you roughly about 90% of users will just have a tactic or match plan, which is just don't concede.
yeah,
It'll be 2-0 up anytime, lowest depth, tight, no aggression, no trigger press, play out from, kick it out. That's literally what it's going to be. You can just see it now. That's the first one I did was literally play out, just park the bus.
And I'm even thinking of trying to make it even less for like the worst teams when I'm playing a bigger team. If we can get 1-0 up even, then like if we can just get a slight advantage, park the bus. Like I want there to be different levels of parking the bus. A normal parking the bus if you're 2 up and it's towards the end of the game. But if it's like go 1-0 up after 10 minutes, park the bus. I want like a real Mourinho style version for the
one thing that's not in there, but which will be coming, will be substitutions as well, that you can predefine subs, which means then you'll be, I think at this current one, you can't change formation, but I guess if you can in predefine subs, then you can technically change formation throughout as well. So you can drop back to a 5-back or a 3 to a 4-back. Because when I'm playing my 3-5-2-B, it's quite hard to go defensive in terms of, I can be compact and I can have a low line, but I really would like to have a 4-back at that point. Not just constantly play a 3-back and be defensive still. I might as well just still be aggressive as a 3-back.
And how will condition work with subs? Will it be the player that gets subbed? Do they then preserve condition?
Would be, yeah. So I don't know how it is currently with fatigue, but it did used to be that. And maybe to get confirmation, they said it was actually done on like minutes played. So if you had a player who did 90 compared to a 120 in the cup, that players in the 120 would have a chance of losing more fatigue because they had more game time.
Okay.
I know I feel like that definitely used to, unless I'm making up, I feel this happened in that Discord a couple of weeks ago. Me and Taggart were like, did we make this up? But I know we both brought this up. So it must have some legs to it. I don't know if anyone from the team confirmed, but
we can't have both been dreaming this.
No, we weren't. But yeah, I think that's how it would work then with the fatigue for this, where it's minutes played. So if you've got someone who's got low physical, like my Reynaldo Romo, could bring him off at 60 because he's a bit leggy.
Yeah, that's a great option because there's quite a few players I have with really terrible physicals where I'm like, I'll just play them every other game. They just have to miss more games than the other players. But if they could always come off early, especially if it was like a Cam, I've got a Cam with terrible physical. If he could then come off and then also double that up with a CDM and then change the formation, go defensive as well.
Yeah.
Right, Jimbo. I think it's time to look at the main team, the main course, if you will. How is life going for the Wyverns?
I want you to tell me, from looking at my position in the league and my recent results, I want you to tell me, how do you think my season went with this team? Without looking through my results, just tell me how you think my season went.
I mean, I think I'm cheating, right? Because I was watching the Ramble stream when they hosted it when you weren't there. And they watched one of your games on stream. And it was like a bottom of the...
0-0, I think.
Yeah, you were like bottom or second bottom. Was that this team?
I was bottom, yeah.
Whoa, what a turnaround. Yeah. You were like bottom with like
bittersweet
nothing.
moment. it's a bittersweet because I managed to get out of the full relegation. Finishing 8th, 2 points clear of that ninth spot.
Wow.
But on paper, this team is the strongest in the division in the league. No,
No
it's the second
way.
strongest, sorry. And the in-game, it's got the best in-game 11 in this league. I'm not sure if that's pre or post progression, bearing in mind.
What happened?
We came to the quarters in the cup, which was very nice. Winning, I think we won 4 out of the 6 group stage games, which
Very nice.
each won me 2,000 MFL, which is very tasty. Yeah, 4 out of the. I won the
Yeah.
first 4 in a row, so
Oh,
I just literally
beautiful.
just rested the last 2. I was like, this is the dream scenario.
That is the
Is
dream.
trying hard like that, which was great. But yeah, we just started really poorly, and I was kind of getting frustrated. Not because I don't think my tactics were working, just because was getting unlucky. Like I was tracking and averaging like my XG for and against, my shots for and against, and I was like, all the all the data points towards me not being in this position. You know, when they show those tables and it's like, oh, if
Yeah.
where a team should be if their goals correlated to their XG or something like that. And I hate XG as a stat. I think it's pants, but I was like, everything data wise points to me not being in the bottom this badly. So I was kind of like, if I can just tweak a few things and get a little bit of a comfortable formation going, I should be able to just sort of steamroll out of the relegation zone here. I didn't pick up anyone else in mid-season. I could have done, but I was very tempted to. Um, and then I drew my first game coming back into the second half of the season. I think I then lost like 3 on the bounce, and I was getting really scared. I was getting really scared. If we no, actually, no, it wasn't. I apologize at all. I drew the first game 1-1, which is that Barcelona Mustangs.
Oh
That
yeah.
game was fraudulent, by the way. I should never have drawn that. I played that's SUFC Blades. I drew to him twice this season, and he somehow has robbed me of an extra 4 points across those 6 points on offer. Then I beat top of the league with a rotated side. And
Oh,
I think when I had
hello.
that moment, I went, hang on, if my rotated side, which is quite badly rotated, I was like, if they can do well, then I should be okay here. Then in
Nice little
the
cup win.
round of 16 was nice.
Another
And then it
league
was
win.
these 3 games here that really kind of pissed me off because I
Oh
lost in
yeah.
the cup 3-0. I then go lose 4-1 in the league and then go lose. And at the time, Sankt Pauli Meta Squad they were like 5 points above me, so they were quite close to me as well. So I lost to like almost like a rival in the relegation battle, but obviously they ended up coming third. Florianopolis 3-0. I got whitewashed, and I was like, hang on,
Yeah.
maybe I've not got my tactics set here right. And then I think since then, I
But
don't think I lost
then,
a game.
but
I didn't
then,
lose a game.
what a run that was.
And bless him, second to last game, that Gdansk game, that's one of that's Calver's team, and that's where he currently lives. And he beat
Oof.
me, I think, 3-0 in the second or third game of the season. And I jinxed that one because I said on stream, like, I have a really, really good record against
I think I
Calver.
remember seeing that, yeah.
Like, I'm his bogey team, and then he just washed me 3-0. And I went, no. And then I was
Yep.
looking at this game came around, and I went, actually, this could get pretty nasty here for him.
Yeah.
I think I went 3-0 up in the first half.
Oh,
I think I got
beautiful.
2 penalties as
Oh,
well. It was
beautiful.
quite bad for him, bless him.
So Calvo's boys got screwed on their own turf. Not their own turf, but his hometown. Looks like he was on a bit of a bad run before that as well. 3 defeats in a row.
He was, yeah, and I don't know how to put this. If I should be smiling or I should be getting a bit sad for him
Well,
as
you're
well.
smiling, Jimbo.
This was a game that basically relegated him. So if I won this, I jumped ahead of him and pushed him into the relegation zone. So
No.
I think it was Dane asked me yesterday. He said, "Were you nervous for your final game of the season?" I went, "Actually, I wasn't that nervous for my final game of the season because I knew there was like a 99% chance that I don't finish lower than ninth because Calver has to win like 7-0 and I have to lose like 6-0 for me to go into the automatic relegation." So I was like, right, worst scenario here is I go into the relegation playoff. I'd already scouted my teams in the Iron division, and I was like, if they've got to go the full length to play me, and I'm technically the strongest team in the best 11 in this division, in this league, I should be confident going into that game. So there's no pressure. It was the one against Calver, which if Calver beat me, I was then getting relegated.
That was
So
season turning
that game
moment.
was more pressure. That was like the big one. But yeah, there was that one. Where was the other one? Hamilton Bulldogs was a nervous game.
2-2 draw,
I
yeah.
was winning 2-1, but that was with a really, really rotated side that I had to go into to make sure my final 2 games I could go full pelt in.
Yeah.
And that was the one where I was like, if I lose this badly, this really mucks up my plans. But um, someone's apparently playing me right now. I've had so many people just test games with me today. I think I've had about 25 friendlies been run against me today. But yeah, if you look at the squad that I've got, it looks worse now because of progression. But if we were to sort by overall and then look at the progression for the season, I've actually had some really nice progression on these players.
Oh, nice. This
If we
one.
look like the main progression has been from the big boys,
Yeah.
which is really nice. So
Retiring end of season
Droz,
10.
yeah, so Jackson, Shala and Benz are all loaned in players. Zuta, a good friend of the pod and a really great friend of mine, MFL, he loaned me out Jackson for second season running. Got from an 84 to an 87, which was just phenomenal.
Wow.
Droz is my player, and I was like, I can't go into that relegation playoff and not. And if I lose it with a player of his caliber, then I think I should be embarrassed. I bought him as an 83, I think it was, or an
Nice.
82. He'd already gone up loads, you can see. So he'd already gone up quite a bit.
Ah,
I
yeah.
think I bought him when he was 20, when he was about to turn 25. So he's gone up
That's a
like
really
4
nice,
in my
steady,
time.
steady curve. You don't really. There's no
Yeah,
flat periods. It's just gradual.
no, it is nice, and he's got a couple of stats I'd like to have increased, like his physical, for example. But
Yeah.
if and it's quite funny because maybe his shooting as well. Him as a player, he won the playmaker trophy this season. He scored no goals this season, but he only got 15 assists. Like this guy just, a phobia for
Wow.
scoring, but an absolute
Well, when you got 96 passing, you got to
yeah.
focus on assists.
I did give him the captaincy a few times to boost that to a 98, but you know, we'll come to a scenario here of a player who has just plateaued. If we come to if you sort by overall a second, and then go to the second bottom, Pascal Trinidad. He's at the top, no, middle. There you go, and look at his progression, and you're gonna cry with me here.
Oh, what? And has he been playing
So
every season?
so he went +3 for the first 3 seasons each season. And
Oh,
I always look at
man.
that and go, I wonder how much I could have sold him for or been offered at 19 years
Yeah.
old, going +9 with that would have been just before like the big booms of Nep and Laird. I know they hate us saying that, but before the big boom, but it still would have been a very good value.
Yeah.
And he's only none of his individual stats have gone up since then, apart
Oh,
from his
my
dribbling, which
gosh.
went +1 this season. So I'm hoping that this advice that David gave you about he could shoot up
Oh, yeah.
in another way, I'm hoping that, prevails here. But if he has hit prime age already, I think there's literally like a 2% chance or 1% chance he would have hit it at 20 years old. So he's
Yeah,
gone
no, he
up what?
can't have. He
1,
can't
2,
have hit
3, 4,
prime
5, 6.
age.
No, he's gone up what? +9,
Yeah.
or +8, sorry, which means that as a minimum, he should be then like an 83 rated player. But yeah, this is the biggest fraud of my agency. I packed him.
You
I
packed
packed
him as
him
well. Nice.
last summer,
Oh, I can't
but he
believe
is
it.
just
So
like a
many years.
heartbreaking one. Because when he started skyrocketing, I went, "Holy moly! I think I've got a legendary here in like 3 more
Yeah.
seasons," and he's not moved a bunch.
But he's still 24. I mean,
Oh, he's got at least like what, another 8
surely we
seasons,
can't get
7
10
seasons
more
ahead of
years of
him.
a flat, 10 years of flat.
It can't go on like this, can it?
Oh,
It
wow.
can.
Go on.
It can.
Oh, wow. Wow, I've never seen one for that long.
Yep.
Such a rocket up.
Yeah.
Come on, Trinidad. Next year.
You were speaking of in your uncommon reward pack, you hope to get yourself a 74 rated, 18-year-old, 16-year-old. I opened for the first time last season a rare reward pack, and it was he's 84 rated now. He is a Brazilian, not Zago, it's Ferreira. He
Ooh,
was a 26-year-old, 82 rated, and I packed him. And he is I got very lucky getting an 82 rated player in that one, but also
he
his
looks
distribution of
nice.
stats, 73
Beautiful.
pace. I think he's got a nice
Six
distribution of
two as
stats
well. Oh, he's got
for a
everything.
centre back. Yeah, he could. Only thing I probably want from him maybe like a tiny bit more pace, but he's a phenomenal player. Maybe a tiny bit more passing. I'd rather take off some of the dribbling and put it on the passing because I quite like playing out from the back. But to go up +2, I'm like, hang on. I was a bit miffed by the age of 26. I was like, I can't be too mad at an 82 rated player though from a pack, can I? So,
Yeah.
um,
I like his
but
look. I like his smile. He looks like a nice guy. He looks like a good David
he
Luiz
does look a
vibes.
friendly Brazilian, doesn't he? Looks like a
He
friendly
is.
Brazilian. Robson,
Big Roro, Robinho.
big Robinho. Um,
You've
who else
got
is?
I'm curious why there's 3 players here. What's the thinking? Is this just because you needed filling out a squad?
It's literally I've got. They're not getting any bites from anyone in Flint or anywhere else, and I thought if I've got space in my squad and I've not hit my 5 players under the minimum overall, I
Yeah.
might as well put them in there just to get some training. I mean, the 31-year-old shouldn't really be in there, but I think Aranda. Well, actually, there you go. No, there's another Mexican. He's Mexican, isn't he? I think. Yeah.
44, yeah, Mexican.
Um, 6'5". I was like, right. I think he was a new packed player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
So I was
is.
like, if he could show signs of life being a fresh player, and if he was to show signs of life in there, then I knew I'd like stick him in dev jail. But it's literally just to get some training XP to potentially be progression. I'd rather a little of something is better than nothing.
Yeah,
So
true. It's great experience. Great year for these 3 guys. Just
I don't think any
getting
of them played.
getting to train with players with literally double their overall stats.
In the Wentz and Worms did the same thing, and it's like 47, 49, and a few others. And they actually got a run out in a game. And I
Ooh,
kid you not, they absolutely annihilated the other team. I think I drew 3-all or 2-all or something like that. I outshot the guy, out XG'd the guy with my front 3 of 47, 49, and 45. And he had like 78 rated goalkeeper, 75 rated centre backs. And I just absolutely washed him. And I
I
went,
love it.
I'd be so angry if I was him. I'd be
Yeah,
so angry.
I'm seeing squad numbers here, Jimbo. I'm
Yeah, there
seeing
you go. So
we've got squad
Trinidad,
numbers
the
now.
progression fraud, he's got number 2.
Well, maybe that's why he's not
Um,
progressing. He's wearing number 2 on his back. He's like, am I a right back? What's going on
yeah.
here?
Yeah, true. Some of these have kept from previous, so that you can tell who's been in the Wyverns in previous seasons. The
These are the
goalkeeper, I've not
OGs.
got him anymore from last season, but he used to be 69, I think.
Oh, that's clearly a
Um,
channel points.
yeah, it was 2 guys. I think it was Snake and well, there's a couple of other people, and they were basically fighting to try and pick his number. And my motto is, if say you want to, give Shaft the number 8, then I'll swap numbers around. So if 2 people have someone already has a number, I'll swap them
Okay.
around. So if someone said like, "Oh, can you give the goalkeeper, you know, can you give Drods number 2?" I would then give now Trinidad number 7.
So that's
I'll
how
swap them
Trinidad
around as
ended up
well.
with 2.
Yeah, I think he got swapped with someone. I think someone gave him like 69 and someone said put your goalkeeper as 2. No, put your goalkeeper as 69. They got swapped and that's how it ends up.
The main man's got number 7, so
He has to, a
that makes
right
sense.
mid, the best
Yeah, no.
player, you know.
I'd be concerned if that wasn't in place. So yeah, you are. What a season! What a season! I can't believe it. I just remember the last time I checked in on that team. They were bottom or second bottom, and you were playing bottom, and it was like 0-0, I think, or 1-0 or 1-1
You
or
could
something.
probably find the game on here. I think it was before the season, before the first half of the season. It was 0-0. Yeah, load more. I think it was 0-0.
Oh,
Oh.
Now we've got to load more again.
Now you got to load more again.
I hate loading more. Right, it's got to be around here, no?
I wish.
Is it this one?
It must be that. Yeah, it got to be this one. It has to be. And that was a 6-pointer as well because they ended up getting relegated.
Yeah, I remember.
That game frustrated me.
You were you were battering them, and like they just wasn't going in, and like we were all watching it, going like, "Come on, Jimbo, come on, come on!" It was like,
and just look at the last 5 record for the Wyverns as well. Then like lost 5 in the bounce, and that's when I drew this. I mean, I rocked 4-2-B for the first half of the season because I thought maybe I'll be a bit different. Turns out being different isn't what you should be doing when it comes to tactics in MFL. You should just sort of, it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, it's not broken. Yeah, that is it. It sounded wrong.
Yeah, I said it wrong. It's usually if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
But I've gone the very like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know,
I say
auto glass repair, auto glass replace. You know, something like that.
Love that one. Shout out to Chelsea shirts in 2002.
Well, they weren't auto glass. They weren't auto glass.
We had auto glass, as a sponsor.
Wow.
It was because I remember people in school making fun of me, saying, "Oh, why have Chelsea got a car?" I went to school in Sheffield, and at the time, Sheffield Wednesday had Chupa Chups as their sponsor. And I still remember kids bullying me because I had autoglass on my shirts and they had Chupa Chups. And they were like, "What would you rather have, a lollipop, mate, or a car's window?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And I remember I went home to my dad and I was like, the kids are saying, like, would I rather have a lollipop or a car window? And I remember him going, "Well, tell them, what would they rather have if the car had an accident?" And I was like, next day walking into school.
A lollipop or someone repairing it.
What if your car breaks down, boys? What if your car breaks down? What do you want? Auto glass repair.
Auto glass replace. That's the classic thing. We're trying to find someone in England, just shout auto glass repair, and then someone will say auto glass replace.
Yeah,
it
has to happen.
Marco Polo. Say shout one, you get the other.
I was watching a TV show the other day. They were playing Marco Polo in the pool. I don't get it. What's the rules? It looks so random.
I ain't got Scooby, mate. I ain't got Scooby.
When I went to America,
they were shouting it. Like we'd walk back from like the student, like what was the building called? I don't know what it was called, but it was like the student union bar, whatever.
Yeah.
Not bar, but like because you couldn't have drinks because half of them weren't 21. But
oh yeah, America.
We're walking back, and someone was like, "Oh, Marco," and everyone's going Polo, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like, I'll entertain this because I've had a few drinks. It's quite fun, but what is going on here?
At the end, you were winning. You were like winning, and not even knowing how you were winning.
Yeah. I was like, "Is the point you just shout back louder? Is it like the reverse of Dick and Dom and the Bungalow Bogies? You know, like I'd much rather shout that than."
From what I saw in the show, it was like catch. Like one would say someone was on was it. So they would shout Marco, and everyone else is like swimming around the pool, and like someone going underwater, and then someone will randomly shout Polo, and then something happens when they say Polo, and that's what I don't know. Maybe they catch someone.
Maybe it's one of those made-up games that no one actually knows the rules because I've done that before at uni where we've had 4 mates and 3 of us. Well, it's 3 of us in the house and we've had a mate over and we've gone, right, we're going to just play a game. There are no rules, but every time he does something, we have to say, "No, you've done it wrong. You've got a drink." So we'll end up playing like a card game and we'll be like, oh. And every time we're playing it, us 3, we always celebrate because we've got it. He's like, "What's the rules?" I'm like, "Honestly, mate, just like if you do this, it's kind of obvious what the rules are. Like just watch and just obvious." And he plays a few cards down. "What are you doing, mate? You've lost again, drink." He's like, "What are the rules?" And like we just completely made them up. Like we didn't even know what we were playing, but we just wanted to fool you for like 45 minutes. So maybe Marco Polo is one of those where no one actually knows the rules.
That's the joke. Make up the rules. They get tourists.
They want to be in the know about it.
That's it. 100%. I don't want to know the real answer now. No one tell me. I'm going to live my life thinking it's a game that Americans invented to trick like tourists and just make them think it's a real game and we'll fool them.
Yeah.
Jimbo, I think we've reached that time where...
Can I ask you a question?
Ask me as many questions as you want. You have the floor.
It's a random question. What's your favourite road back in England?
M1 is pretty. Can I count like a motorway as a road? Or do you
Yeah,
want
we
like
can
a
probably back the M1.
street? Because the
Yeah.
M1, like, it's probably my most traveled motorway because I grew up in Sheffield, lived in London, so did a lot of going back and up and down the M1 between those cities. Or if I pick like a smaller city road, what a question! Is this something you ask a lot?
No, I was going to ask you for your favourite food because that's something you peeked at earlier when we were sort of off air, like random questions. I thought, well, actually, what's a really random one? But actually, you get to know a bit more about the person.
Yeah.
What's your favourite road?
So I used to live in Camden in London for a while, and there was like
Yeah,
this
North
nice little
London.
road along the canal. So that's where I would go.
Just call it Canal Road.
Canal
Easy
Road.
enough, something like
I
that.
say Canal Road in
Yeah.
Camden.
So I guess you used the underground a fair bit then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Got a favourite line?
Ooh, favorite line. I think you gotta be definitely not one of the main ones because they're just too busy. I quite was a big fan of the overground line because
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, because Camden's got its own.
yeah.
Camden's got a couple of overground stations, isn't it? Yeah.
And like sometimes I would like take that instead of the underground, just because and even if I had to walk a bit the other side, a bit further, just because it goes over the ground, you can see stuff. It's more interesting. The seats are newer, so they're more spaced out, and yeah, I'll go the overground. Favorite food? Gotta be pizza.
We need a bit more than pizza. It's
Well,
like
the thing is,
saying like your
with
favorite food's cereal. You don't go into like your favorite cereal. Come on,
with
give me
pizza, I'm really boring. Just like margarita. I just like margarita. That's why probably I don't elaborate. But it has to be like a properly well done pizza. If it's like a takeaway type of vibe pizza, then I like meat feast, or like then I want stuff on top. But if it's like a posher pizza place, then I just like mozzarella cheese, some of them basil leaves,
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have a
tomato.
little leaf in the mid,
Oh, put a leaf on the
little leaf in
middle.
the midfield there?
Yeah.
Do you eat the leaf? Do you leave the
Oh
leaf?
yeah, big time, big time. I'm chomping it. I'm getting my money's worth.
Like, but before you start the pizza, like the end when you've gone like, oh, I really missed that. Have a little bit,
No,
or
I'm eating it. I'm getting the perfect bite. So the perfect bite of the pizza is usually like the slice, the first bit. That's the
yeah.
so usually the leaf is there. So I'm getting it with the cheese and the tomato.
How do you eat your pizza? This is actually a really weird question, but
No,
do
no,
you just sort of like
you've come to the right
do you just
place.
sort of just like take out the triangle bit and then just
No,
eat it? So
no, no,
what
no.
I do is I fold up the slice.
Oh,
So basically, you could just like eat it in like two mouthfuls. Then, so where the crust bit is,
okay.
if you pick it up, and I need to try and remember this with my hands
So
now.
you flap it
So
over
if you
so
pick
that
it up,
yeah.
how do let me? Yeah,
We
if you
should have
pick it
started with
up
this, Jimbo. We should have started with this.
and you've got the pizza here,
Yeah.
that's the crust there. If you then do that, oh, let
Oh,
me get
down
the
the
trick right.
middle.
If you then do that, it folds up. It kind of bends this top bit because if you didn't have a pizza, which is a bit, some pizzas, most pizzas, a good pizza, the toppings won't fall off. But if you buy like a store bought one or some of those takeaway ones, it all just fucking flops.
Yeah.
But all flops, and if you do that, it kind of curves it a bit, and then you can literally nice and easy just go and then eat it, and
Clip
then
that. Clip that.
just eating paper like an
I was
absolute
so excited. I thought
shepherd.
you were gonna say you ate the pizza the same way I did when you were like, I don't eat it like normal. Because I eat it the sideways. So that I turn it so that I'm eating a bit of the crust and then because I don't like eating all the crust at
I
once.
can't believe this. I know.
So I eat it
This is pure bait.
sideways.
This is pure bait.
And then
I'm
I
not
kind of
having this.
like I go that way so that I'm getting like a bit of
Like a
crust
harmonica.
and then rest. Yeah, yeah. I'm making a Bruce Springsteen tune out on my pizza.
You're gonna tell me next you eat a burrito from the side like this. You like, or when you have your sandwiches, you eat from the top of the sandwich.
I eat one piece of
That's a
bread, then I
horrendous
eat the
look, by the
filling.
way.
Trust me, if you get a pizza with a boring crust, when you fold it, you've got even more crust. But if you eat it sideways, you're getting a bit of crust and then a bit of the fun pizza. Bit of crust, bit of fun pizza. Just try it,
I like eating the
Jimbo.
crust by itself at the end. I think that's quite good.
My wife's like that, and I never get that. She likes the
But you
crust.
don't leave the crust. That's the main thing.
Unless it's all you can eat, and then I don't eat the crusts because it's like I'm paying for the premium bits of pizza.
Yeah, you already eat enough bread. You don't want like
Yeah.
the bit that's only bread.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. I'm glad we agree on something, Jimbo. I'm
It's
glad
like you
that.
go into an all-you-can-eat steakhouse and then you get full up on the salad and the chips and the rice and everything like that. That comes with like the buffet bit. No, I'm here for the yes, please, Brazilian steak, Argentine Big Bertha, yes, please. I want
Yes,
some of that
keep
on my
it coming.
plate.
Keep it green. The green
Yeah.
on the table. Green things.
Yeah. Green for fill me up, but not green for I don't want rabbit food on my plate. No, thank you.
Get it out of here, salad.
Yeah.
There's a Brazilian restaurant in where we live, and they have the salad. It's like a separate salad station, and then the meat is the only thing that comes around. So you don't have to worry about that there. You just avoid the salad station, and you just get the delicious Brazilian meats.
What's the name of that chain or that restaurant? What's it called?
In England.
No, the one you were just describing then.
It's got Pampas, Mr. Pampas.
Oh, I was going to say it'd be funny if it was the same name as a chain in England, which is called like, depends how you pronounce it. I think it's like Estabulo or Stablo or something like that. I think it's like I think it's a Portuguese steak.
It should have been called like Los Estabalos, and then you would have been like, I know that.
That's my man.
They just put Los in front of it.
Can I get some Warburtons, please?
If you are watching Warburtons today,
you can eat crumpets.
right, Jimbo, let's do an advert, right? This is going to be, because I want to get sponsorship, okay? So let's find a product, and then we'll act out an advert, right? So you're going to tell me, what do I miss from England? I'm going to tell you what it is, and then you go, oh, do you miss the refreshing, do you miss the savory crunch, or something like that? And then I'll, okay?
Yeah, okay. Okay. You have a little...
And, all right, yeah, you take your drink. I'll get in character.
No, it's going to be a bit of the prop, like having a bit of tea.
Oh, all right. Let's
tea that happened 2 hours ago, and it's just got the dregs of the end of my chamomile and honey tea. Just
right. This is going to be an advert for tea bags, okay? And we're gonna.
We can still do crumpets, but I was going to be like, oh, I'm just enjoying my English tea. Like, you know what?
Okay. I got it.
Let me just go get my crumpets.
All right. So we're cousins, and this is a family FaceTime, and we're catching up with each other, and you're just checking out how's it going in England, how's it going in Mexico, and things I'm missing, and then it's going to be an advert for Warburton's crumpets.
Okay. What?
Should we have different names?
No. I've got a name for you.
All right. You give me a name, and I'm going to give you a name.
I'm just going to call you Cousin Reezy.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm just going to call you Cousin Reezy.
Okay. I'm just going to call you Jimbo. Cuz Jimbo. I'm going to call you Cuz Jimbo. Okay. Right. Okay. I am Cuz Reezy. That is Cuz Jimbo. Okay.
Do you want to like?
All of the
hang on. Let me. We'll do like a, and then you pick up. I'll be like, "Yo, Cousin Reezy."
Yeah. Okay, so I'm off screen right now, so I'm gonna cover the camera like that.
Yeah. And I'll do like a little, and that's me calling you. And
Okay.
then when you pop up, I'm gonna go like, "Yo, Cousin Reezy."
Okay. Got it. Right. Okay, let's go.
That's quite some texture on that piece of item, whatever it is.
It's a weird piece of, I don't know what that is. It's on my wife's table, crafting table.
The crafting table. Right.
Oh, Cousin Jimbo, how's it going, man?
Yo, Cousin Reezy, good to see you, my man. How's life over there?
Yeah, not bad. Just enjoying that Mexican sunshine, Cuz Jimbo, and having just a glass of mango drink, because, you know, is that a cup of tea you've got?
Yeah, it's a cup of tea, mate. Surely there's a few things that you really miss out there that you don't get in Mexico. You know, I've never seen you have a nice mug of tea. Downstairs in a toaster, I've got some crumpets going.
Oh, That is what I've been missing so much in Mexico, because Warburton's crumpets are delicious.
Oh yes, and guess what? We've got the four slide or the 4 slot toaster. So not one, not two. We
Oh,
can put 4 at a time. And oh my word, 4
cuz.
slots in my toaster might not be enough for how many I can consume at once. They are so delectable. The crunch, like
Oh,
the sponginess,
did you
the
put them
way
in
it
twice?
absorbs.
How many times did you do
Huh?
them in the toaster? Did you give them 2 goes in the toaster, or did you give them just one on turn it up?
It's like a 50-50. Sometimes I like to have like the outside a bit crunchy, but then sometimes I like to have a little bit of both. The toaster can do a lot of things, and it makes Warburton's Warburton's crumpets, sorry, so superb. And that's what I love about them. You can have them in so many different ways.
I know, right? They're so
Yeah.
delicious. Warburton's crumpets, and if any other company wants their brand name there, they could just
Mm.
imagine it's like Gillette or whatever it is. But
Yeah.
Warburton's, cause
The best a
that's
Brit can get.
the best. No, we can't do the Gillette slogan. If that was racist, if that was racist, we could have done that. Why didn't we start with this, Jimbo? Why have we wasted all that MFL talk when we could have just done that?
Yeah,
Right,
I
next
know, we
time
should
you're
have just
on,
stuck with.
I'm not even going to call it Planet MFL. I'm just going to call it Branding Workshop, and we're both going to try and get deals.
Yep. Big deals. Wheeler dealers. Planet deals. With
Jimbo,
cousin Reezy and cousin Jimbo.
we could have this whole other side business of just Cuz Reezy and Cuz Jimbo, and we just
I think
do
it's got
fake adverts for
potential.
people.
It's got potential. We're gonna help consumers
Yep.
of products get the sponsors they want, even though they're inaccessible in their regions.
That's
We're
it.
gonna basically be the branding VPN. And
That's it.
we're gonna make branding borderless and sponsorship borderless.
Yep.
Globalization on another scale. To quote
Perfect.
a man, nobody does branding sponsors like we do branding sponsors.
What better way to end the show than that impression, Jimbo?
Yeah, the
Jimbo.
impression. No, it wasn't the impression. It was a hand movement and the saying. The
Yeah.
impression was horrendous.
But if you do the hand right, we all know what you're doing. So the voice
Exactly.
That's what's so brilliant about it. Is there anything else apart from crumpets and Gillette? Is there anything else you want to promote before we say goodbye?
No, there's not. You already did a great job of promoting my own
We did it earlier.
channel. Maybe I'll promote your channel.
Can you
If
do a
you've already
promotion
not
for me, please?
subscribed to this channel, Amreezy, you've not liked the video and hit that notification bell, then go and do so. Otherwise, your luck for any sort of sponsorship deals, your luck for any MFL future seasons will be down the drain. So get it done. Do it now. Support the channel. Support the content creators. Bosh. Bash.
Jimbo, thanks for coming on, mate. Thanks for watching, guys.
No
Peace.
problem, brother.